Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon AlteRed Nuzlocke. We're here on part number 34, and last episode we had ourselves an interesting little fight against some legendaries. Most importantly, the legendary in the power plant. That was the only real legendary that we fought. We did go ahead and get one from our fossil. That went smoothly. Getting the Zapdos encounter went less smoothly. So, unfortunately, we are down one Pokemon. But we are also up one absolute beast, which is still in the box for the moment because I haven't technically trained it up, although I guess it's already trained up, so maybe we could take it with us. It was just to show it again at the start here because it was absolutely insane. We got ourselves a Registatic at the end of last episode with an Adamant Nature, an Electric type. It is level 50, which means it's already like on par with where we would need it, with an incredible 231 attack stat. My issue with this is I don't want to lose it this early in the Fire-type gym or the Ground-type gym, because it could be a great replacement for Slacking. So at the moment, I'm going to keep Slacking on the team. We'll probably replace it when it comes to fighting the actual gym, the Fire-type gym coming up, but we'll use Slacking for the Ground-type gym, probably, and then we'll bring this out after that, ready for the Elite Four and stuff, where we will probably need the most power. So it has terrible defenses. We did go ahead and teach it a couple TMs. I am interested in using it, and I do want to EV train it. The only Pokemon I have with me right now that I kind of want to EV train because I want to see how high that attack stat can go. But for right now, we have ourselves the Pokemon Mansion to get through and the next gym. So we'll do Pokemon Mansion first. We have an encounter that we can get here, and we have ourselves some items, some goodies, and most importantly, we need to do this for progression. So let's start with our encounter for Pokemon Mansion, which is going to be a Coughing. That's very fitting for what would normally be here. I feel like there is normally Coughing here. I'm not too afraid of it because it's level 30, so I think we should be fine to just go ahead and yawn. I think this is going to do some pretty pathetic damage, hopefully. Ominous Wind. If it's Electric Ghost and this is also Stab, then it could do some damage. It did 13 damage. Did get the stat boost, though. I don't like that. I don't like that. Bad things happened last time I saw an Omni stat boost. I'm talking about the last time I recorded this. There was no video yesterday, because speaking of recording, I did go ahead and I did record a little something as a Halloween special. So there will be a non-Pokemon game on the channel. I know, spooky. That's the real horror. A non-Pokemon game going up. Oh. Honestly, I'm not even too bummed about it. It is what it is. Our encounter blew up. That's what Coughing does. I guess I have to accept that. We can put Repels on now, though, but I am going to have a non-Pokemon game going up tomorrow, and I hope people check it out because it did require me to sit down and record for like 2.5 hours straight. It should be mostly unedited with how it worked out. I would say that overall, things went pretty well. I would say that I got rather lucky for the most part. Sorry, there's probably some people who don't even know what game we're talking about. I did Dark Souls. So there will be a Dark Souls video going out tomorrow. I did an item enemy randomizer, and I decided to try and just beat the game in one sitting. There's just a fun little side game that is slightly horror adjacent. It's a very loose term, I know, but slightly horror adjacent. It's not really a kind of like spooky jump scare game, but it is still, you know, dark underlying themes. So I figured it would be a fun game to venture into. And honestly, it went... There's some embarrassing moments, okay, sure. But it went well enough that I would consider doing it again in the future. So, we'll see. We'll see. I might consider doing something like that, like, once a month or so. We'll have to see other people's opinions, though. Was Manectry Electric Grass or Fire Grass or Grass Fire? It was some combination of those three types. So I think Ignis is fine. Grass, Fire, Electric are all coming to my mind as potentials for what type this is. I don't even know if I've seen this. I'm thinking of Fire-type Electrike. That's what I'm thinking of. It was like Kindrake or something, like Kindling. So I should Ancient Power, because this is a Fire-type. Woodhammer. Well, that fits with Grass. Maybe I saw Grass when I was, like, scrolling through to see how I could evolve something. I have looked through the Pokemon list a couple times now, so I do have some additional knowledge. I'm not going to try and, like, hide that from you, like, hee hee. I've looked at the charts and I know everything. No, I mean, I've seen things. I don't intentionally go and, like, look things up so that I can learn ahead of time. But sometimes I want to, like, learn how something evolves, and I'll catch a glimpse of something on the side and be like, oh, that's a grass type. Well, I know that for the future now. You can't avoid all of it when you're looking for something specific. It happens. There's still plenty of Pokemon that I will be confused about, but not Manectree, thankfully. Yuck Duck should get absolutely destroyed by most things. This was, like, poison. I'm gonna go to Plop. We're gonna bring out Plop. Plop is here because Plop is expendable. And I keep saying this. It has definitely become a staple member of the team by now, so I really shouldn't be... Oh, right, this is not Golduck as well. This is just Psyduck. That makes me a lot less afraid. But yeah, I feel like Psyduck's gonna get destroyed. Plop is expendable because we have multiple Plops. However, Plop is also strong enough that I just feel like it's completely fine, and I can use it semi-reliably, which is... not what I was expecting from it, to be honest. I was like, oh, I'm just going to have a nice casual Pokemon that it doesn't matter if it gets bonked because there's spares. And now I would actually be a little bit upset if I had to change Plop. I can't get out. This whole place is one big puzzle. This is not a puzzle. There is not really a puzzle. It's a pretty straightforward line, to be honest. Urgla with his Curlyunk. Surf was super effective on the Ralts that I didn't really think about too much, so I'm just going to go for Surf. Trying to get Bleg a little bit of XP. Partially because it is the lowest level, but also because of what happened last time with the Registatic, and knowing that the next two replacements for Moltres and Articuno are probably going to be Fire and Ice type, I do want Bleg to be as thick as possible. That would be ideal. Nefario is Poison Dark. We don't really have ground-type coverage. So I guess I'm just going to go into Ho-Oh, and we'll use Ho-Oh against it and see how well it does in a kind of neutral matchup. Obviously, Stab, Drizzle-boosted Liquidation is going to do incredible damage, but we'll see how it does. We'll see. This is, one of the first times we've really used this in a natural kind of sense, where we have a nice natural kind of matchup. No super effective damage on a reasonably tanky Pokemon. We do in fact still one-shot. That's the kind of damage calculation that I like to know for the future, because that gives me an idea of what we can and can't one-shot as we go through the game. That's just useful information to have. So, Ho-Oh can one-shot a lot of Pokemon. If it can one-shot a Lucario, which is like 70-75 defenses, that looks really good for the future. That looks really, really good for the future. Annoyingly, we don't get that, like, little repel pop-up thing saying, hey, would you like to use another repel? Because that's kind of convenient, but we're not going to have that come up too much. 1 calcium. Is there anyone I would like to give some calcium to? Maybe Aether? I don't see much of a point in saving it, especially when we do, unfortunately, in this game, have the issue of we can max out our bag slots, which is a stupid mechanic. Can I protein you? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And we will go ahead and calcium you. I might also put the iron and the zinc into Bleg, because to be honest, I just want it to be tanky. I don't care about selling these too much. Yes, we could sell them and get some potions, or we could sell them and get some max repels, or we could sell them and get different EV enhancing items that might be more appropriate for a Pokemon like Registatic, but ultimately, it's fine. Money isn't really our issue right now. We're gonna go up here first before we flip any switches, because I think there's an item that we'll probably be able to grab, or at least someone to speak to. I wonder if I should have the repel on the whole time we're in here, or if I should keep it off when we go to different areas of this place to see if there's different encounters. Obviously, well, we can't catch them, right? But it's interesting to see what's around. There's another iron, honestly. I might just use that as well. There was no speed up used. Bleg, become tankier. Bleg will be the strongest egg. We're slowly boiling this egg into the ultimate defensive beast. That is the plan. Okay, so we want to go ahead and activate this switch down here, I believe. I'm going to treat this as normal, which I didn't do in the gym with Sabrina. I got very confused in the gym with Sabrina, and I had somehow convinced myself that the pattern had changed when it had not changed. So when I went the way that I normally went, I don't think I went for like one room long enough. And I got really confused. I ended up editing it out because it was embarrassing and I spent way too much time on it. And I was like, wow, I've never been this stupid in my life. Spoiler alert, I have in fact been that stupid in my life before. But yeah, I felt really dumb. So I did go ahead and change that. I want to go up here. And we'll go ahead and battle you. I don't think this was the switch that I wanted to activate, actually. I think I wanted to activate the next switch in the room up above. I think I got the rooms confused. AlteRed. Can I one-shot you? I feel like I can one-shot you. You're a fire type, right? Just fire? Okay, Stuff is super effective, and that is enough to one-shot. Nice. Okay, good. I'm hoping that's how the gym will go, to be honest. I hope the gym is just like, walk in, surf, problem solved. I'm expecting it to be a double battle, because I could definitely see grass and fire type sun team. Be shiny. Wait, do I not have a repel active? Did it wear off like a few seconds ago and I'm being stupid? It probably wore off a few seconds ago and I'm being stupid. I do want a Mechans. You know what? I'm keeping the repel off because I want a shiny Mechans to pop out. That would make me incredibly happy. And now that I know that Mechans is here, there's a chance for it, and I want that. I will get shiny Mechans. Ready? Right here. Can you imagine, though? Ooh, Mincer. It's to absolutely cut me into pieces. Please don't. No, thank you. But yeah, we should be fine to go through Pokemon Mansion without too much of an issue. I will keep the repel off for the sake of seeing what we can encounter here. It's something I've started doing a little bit less as we've gotten a little bit later into the series. I'm not like checking for every single Pokemon that we can find on every single route anymore. I was doing that at the start for two reasons. One, it was very interesting to me. Actually, more than two reasons. I thought it was very interesting to me. I thought I would have a quicker experience with the game than where we are currently at. I thought it was going to be, you know, like a 30-episode playthrough. It's been a little bit more than that, and part of that is the fact that I spent like 10 minutes of every episode in the grass running back and forth. That's definitely had an impact on it for sure. But also, I was interested in also trying to get a shiny. Right, I won't lie. There was times when I was like, it would be cool to just see if we get a shiny, if I like see what's around. Most of it was for information. Part of it was shiny. Part of it was, hey, what if I get, you know, something kind of cool pop out that no one's seen before and it's like a 1% encounter rate. It is what it is. We don't actually need to go to the right here. Because what we need to do is drop down here, so I'm just going to drop down here. And we could avoid this guy, but honestly, I'm going to battle him for XP. I want Blake to be nice and strong, so... I won't skip every trainer, but I will skip a couple here and there from now, just because our levels are actually pretty good. We're no longer, like, underleveled or anything. AlteRed. You are a Pokemon that confuses me. I still don't feel like I actually know this thing's type, which is interesting. I'm going to go to Grubbo because somewhere in my mind, I got it stuck in my head that Voltorb was a grass type. Iron Head. That's fine. That's fine. Ice Punch is not super effective. Right? Because it's not actually a grass type. We worked out that it wasn't actually a grass type. I'm just gonna Leaf Blade and see what happens. Was it actually a grass type? Did I convince myself of the opposite? Is that what happened? As an explosion, we should be fine. We're very high HP, very high defense, because we're slacking. Yeah, okay, we're absolutely fine. Explosion's not too scary. Still, I'm glad that we were in with Grubbo for that rather than anything else, because Grubbo is a little bit thick. Arbot. I want Arbot. That should be a steel type, so we should be fine to go to Ignis, and we can go for a flamethrower. I want Mechans. I want Arbot. I like steel types. That color palette is so cool. That's super cool. It's not as cool as the Swellow. I think Swellow, Arbok are two of my favorite designs from this game. There's a few more that I've seen. I can't list them all off the top of my head, but those two are two that I've seen that have been super cool. I'm just gonna go for Flamethrower. Outrage, that could hurt. Okay, that wasn't too much damage. That wasn't too much damage. That was fine. It did outspeed us. Light Screen. Light Screen. Right. Right. Yep. Yep. Okay. It's fine. We're just gonna let this thing outrage a little bit. Let it get it out. You know, Arbok, he's having a tough time. He's overheating. We'll just go ahead and make sure that we can, be nice and healthy. I'm just gonna continue to heal until Light Screen is up. If it hits itself, it hits itself. I would like Light Screen to be over, preferably. Outrage again. See, still scary. Still scary. No crit. Light Screen goes away. That did 42 damage. Kind of a little bit close with a crit and a high roll at the same time, but I think we're fine just Flamethrower. Ideally, it just hits itself in confusion, and then we finish it. Okay, that's perfect. It didn't hit itself very much, though, to be fair. I am curious about, like, what the stats of that Arbok are. Did live just fine, though, actually, so we do have to go for another one, which is still fine. Because it hits itself again. It did not. Iron Defense. That's also completely fine. But I do like Arbok. I feel like we're running out of possible encounters still to get. We really don't have too many more routes left that we can go to get encounters. So I feel like our box at the moment is going to be expanded by like 2 legendaries probably, and that's about all the difference that we're going to see from now until when we beat the game. I don't think we'll see too many more encounters than that. Maybe I'm wrong. There could be more additional little areas that get added in. I'm also carbossing the Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh will become strong. There's probably going to be, like, one more thing that will surprise me in this game, I expect, of, like, an additional area, but we'll see. We'll see. It was weird getting to the midpoint of the game in that Diglett tunnel when they just suddenly popped out with 2 brand new areas with Jirachis and Deoxys in that actually ended up being valid encounters as well. That was kind of nuts. Which is why I thought the Zapdos was going to be a lower level. Oh. Ooh. I want him. And unfortunately, our encounter blew up, so I don't get to have him as an encounter, but I want him. I want an Amalgaform. That sounds cool as hell. I want to see how good it actually is. Quadrille and Panzillary. I think Bleg is fine here. So I'm going to Surf, which will only hit the opponents, judging by the flashing, and I'm going to swap Ignis out. Maybe for Babibididoo. No, it would set up the Rain, which would boost Surf a lot, which would be nice, but Quadrille could just high jump kick me or something, and that would suck. So we probably want to go to Aether. I'm more afraid of Quadrille. I think Panzillary is just done to Surf. It's just what Quadrille does. Super effective damage on the Quadrille. Oko's the Quadrille. Okay, maybe I should have went into Lugia. Not Lugia. Ho-Oh for Drizzle. Ho-Oh is the one with Drizzle in this game. It would make way more sense for them to have finally made Lugia a water type, by the way. Just saying. That's the way around that would make way more sense to me, but I understand that the point of it is to mix things up and be different. I think it's much cooler this way and much more unique, but Lugia in my brain is water type. It just is. There is level 10 Amalgaforms? I was going to say there is a more common rate of Amalgaforms down here than I was expecting, but I wasn't also expecting them to be level 10. Oh, it's probably replacing Ditto. Right? Oh, it's probably replacing Ditto. What do we have over here? Classic. Shiny Amalgaform? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'd have been so happy. I would actually be so happy. It makes me want to shiny hunt, but I understand that if I shiny hunt specifically for an encounter, that's lame. It is. Is it valid? Sure, but it's lame, you know? So, I'd prefer shinies to be natural. But I understand that in a Nuzlocke, sometimes things can go really badly. And I won't like shame anyone for shiny hunting in a Nuzlocke. That's fine. I mean, using shinies is just cool and have fun at the end of the day, but I want to find my shinies more naturally. I don't want to, like, hunt for them. Or I would still be in the power plant looking for a Mechans right now. Which I could do, but I won't. I won't do that. Let's go ahead and continue on through. I'm going to start walking past the rest of these trainers. I don't want to activate that yet because it blocks off this item, which is Aura Sphere. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. 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 That's a good TM. Who can learn it? Aether can't learn it, unfortunately. Bleg could learn it. Rubbo could learn it, which doesn't help me. Plorp could learn it. Bleg's moveset is, like, ideal. We have Water-Ice coverage, which is perfect together. We have another stab, and we have a status move. That's, like, ideal for what I want from it. Plorp pretty much has what I want from it. I don't think I'd want Aura Sphere. I like Will-O-Wisp for burning physical attackers. It lets us cripple them. Obviously, we're keeping Night Daze because it's our stab move that also has just a great secondary effect. Between Psychic and Dazzling Gleam, we could maybe get rid of one of these for Aura Sphere. Dazzling Gleam lets us hit dragons, which is nice, but isn't too crazy. They both let us hit fighting. Dazzling Gleam also hits both opponents, which can be nice. We do have Psychic-type coverage on 2 other Pokemon, though. Psychic lets us deal with Poison, which, meh, doesn't really matter too much to us. Fighting, which Dazzling Gleam already covers. Aura Sphere would give us coverage against normal Rock, Steel, Dark. Which again, Dark we already have coverage with from Dazzling Gleam. So it'd basically just be normal Rock, Steel. None of which are super problematic for us. I don't think we need to change anything, to be honest. I think I'm just going to keep my moves as the same. Very good TM, though. Very good TM. Very worth having on a lot of Pokemon. Just, our team right now doesn't really need it. If we had, like, a bigger Rock weakness, sure, but we have 2 Water types on the team, so Rock is not scary. Steel, we have a Fire type and 2 Water types on the team, so Steel isn't particularly scary. So I think it's fine to just go ahead and keep Aura Sphere as a backup TM for maybe something else can learn it that we'll put on the team in the future. Maybe I will decide to get rid of Psychic and put it on at some point because we have Psychic on other things. We'll see. We'll see. Now, though, I'm going to keep it as is. I keep seeing this Amalgaform, and every time I'm like, does it still look gray, or is it a little bit different? Please be a little bit different. That one's level 37. That one's a much higher level than the others, compared to the ones that were level 10. And over here we have 1 secret key, so that we can get into the gym. And what do we have down here? We have TM22 Zen Headbutt. Less impressive than Aura Sphere, but still a decent TM. The TMs in this game have been very good. Who can learn it, first of all? I don't think I'd want to teach it to anyone, even though pretty much everyone can learn it. I don't think I want to teach it to anyone. I was just seeing who could learn it, is all. But yeah, I think that is the Pokemon Mansion done. We could maybe try and do the gym as well. It's not been too long. I also didn't upload yesterday, so having a little bit of a longer Pokemon episode wouldn't be terrible. So that you guys have something to watch. I do try and keep that into consideration with my upload schedule. Sometimes I'm like, well, that Soulstones episode was like 50 minutes long. I don't know if I really need to give another video tomorrow. I guess that's enough to watch right there. So I do consider that a lot of the times. But with Dark Souls tomorrow for Halloween and no video the day before, we'll do the gym as well. We'll do the gym as well. We'll see how well our strategy of Drizzle boosting Bleg goes. Because I imagine it will go pretty well. I could be wrong. We could go in there and we could get hit by multiple Solar Beams, but that's why Ignis exists, so that we can hopefully swap Ignis into a Solar Beam. Best case scenario, there's just no Solar Beam, but let's be real, it's a Fire-type gym this late into the game. There's going to be Sunny Day. It's going to be a double battle. There's going to be Solar Beam. Those are 3 things that I am just expecting, and I think I've expected this in every team since Pokemon Insurgents came out, with the first gym being basically that. I need to go ahead and activate the switch over here, and then we can leave. Let's see if we get one more chance at maybe an Amalgaform popping out as a shiny, because that would make my brain very happy, and I'd be very excited. I'd be like, a little bit of a yippee might come out. Will there be any yippies coming out? I'm really getting focused on this. I shouldn't be. I should be talking about something different, but I'll be honest, my brain is just, oh, give me a shiny mode. It's been a while since the last shiny that we saw, I think. Was the last shiny I saw the shiny substitute when I was training up my Pokemon? It might have been. Maybe there was another one in between those two? I think it was the shiny substitute when I was training up. Can't think of any others. There he is. Level 21. The levels fluctuate so much on Amalgaform. I don't remember if Ditto's levels down here normally fluctuate that much, or if it's replacing a different Pokemon. I have to assume it's replacing Ditto. I can't think of the time when I've seen a Ditto in this playthrough. But I could just be forgetting. It would make more sense for it to be replacing Castform, though. So, let's be real. It's probably replacing Castform and just put in the place of Ditto. We're getting an encounter every few steps. This is when we get the shiny ring. No, okay, alright. Fine. I will accept the lack of shiny, and I will just be sad about it, okay? I'll just be sad. And that's okay. Alright, well, I had to try and force it into its existence. Alright. I was hoping. We are out. Let's see if the gym even goes the way I would expect it to. I'm gonna heal up beforehand, obviously, and we're gonna go in, and we're gonna see if we get whisked away to Mount Ember before or after the gym. That's a change that I could see being put in place. We'll see. Right now, though, second in command. Babibididu. I didn't say it right again. Damn it. Babidibibu. Why did I call it this? Why did I do this to myself? Why am I like this? I think everything should be pretty much in place. Just a quick check of items. You have leftovers, you have Mystic Water, you have a Lucky Egg. Well, maybe we could give you leftovers. You have a Sharp Beak, you have a Choice Band, you have Black Glasses. Realistically, we probably don't need Grubbo on the team. We probably don't need Grubbo on the team. We'll go and replace Grubbo with something different. Have a look at our options, shall we? If we have another water type, I will consider it. I also might consider... yeah, we were going to bring Titan. Right. Titan is going to come instead of Grubbo. I think it's fine if we don't bring the Choice Band. I also am going to consider putting Titan in second, actually, so that we can bring the Drizzle out later into the match. Yeah, I like that. That way, if they lead with Drought, we can immediately swap someone in. And then they can be the Drizzle setter, and that will remove the Sun, which will be very good. Okay, I like that plan. Yo, champ in the making. The Hothead Blaine's a Fire Pokemon Pro. Douse the spirits with water. You better take some burn heals, too. Nah, I don't think I will. I'm just gonna battle all of these trainers, because they're there. They're on the way. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. We'll see what levels we're dealing with, first of all. Flame Ape is level 44. Okay, we should be fine. That's actually not even higher than Koga and Sabrina. They were around 44, 45. Well, their gyms, like leaders, were around 44, 45. But that doesn't mean it's increased very much, which is good. I guess our levels also haven't increased too much, to be fair. Volbat is also fine. We can go ahead and surf that as well. I don't feel afraid of Volbat in the slightest. You do get the outspeed as well, which is surprising. I thought Golbat might outspeed me. I'm interested in seeing Crobat. I'm very interested in seeing Crobat. Panzillary, which we outsped with Surf before, so I'm going to Surf it again. This is the strat right here. Surf is, in fact, the strat. We'll see how well it works if the Sun does get set up. We might need to try and, like, pivot strategies to being in with Titan and Ignis, as they do both still resist fire, but we'll see. I'm going to run straight past you. I'm going to battle you. I could do we should see if the questions are changed. We should see if the questions are changed, actually. We should do that. That would be good information to have. This is a double battle. Samurant and Ignisaur. Samurant, scares me a little bit. It does scare me a little bit. I think we're still fine to Surf. I don't think I want Titan in here. We could Drill Run it. I think it's fighting Steel, but I'm just going to expect a Steel-type move, and I'm just going to swap in Ignite. That feels safest to me. Neutral damage on you. Okay, going to Drizzle boost it. Wouldn't have KO'd it. That's something that I'm going to keep checking every now and again so that I know if Drizzle would, like, KO the opposing Pokemon, because it is good information to have. Impactress comes out. Okay. With Drought. Okay. Smart Strike. I expected that. I'm onto you. I was prepared. I had the little inkling in my brain that said, hey, Steel-type move from likely Steel-type, probably happening. Now I could Surf, and I could swap in my Drizzle. Right? Yeah, look at that. We're bringing out tactics right now. We're going to get rid of the water debuff. Drizzle's going to activate. That will KO the Samurant. We outspeed, which was the only other thing I wasn't sure of, but still, I figured it was worth going for it, because Impactress was probably going for a Fire-type move or something, or it was going to explode. It was probably going to explode. I think that's Fortress anyway. It's a pretty cool sprite. It's a very cool sprite, by the way. That one is also up there in sprites. I was focused on, like, my actual strategy, because I'm in gym leader mode now, and I'm thinking, like, how not to get blown up. Baton Pass. No. No. A move that I rarely use, Baton Pass. But this strategy seems to have worked well. And Mukma. That reminds me of Uzma from Pokemon Infinity. That was also like a Fire Rock type Muk as an evolution. But we should be fine to Surf and Liquidation. If this thing has Water Absorb, then it wins. Oh. You got me. I don't have anything to say about that. You got me. Yep, that thing had Water Absorb. I said it as a joke. Okay. Okay, Rock is how we're going to deal with it then, as it does seem weak to Rock. That's fine. I would rather learn that now than in the gym. So that's fine. That's fine. That's why we do these battles, to learn things before the gym. Can I still do this question or not? Pokemon quiz. Get it right in the door opens to Extreme. Get it wrong, face trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon, get it right. Here you go. There are 9 certified Pokemon League badges. No. Oh, that was... Pokemon quiz. Get it right in the door opens. Get it wrong, face training. If you want to conserve your Pokemon, blah, 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 blah. It is Poliwag evolves 3 times. No. Poliwag specifically evolves once, but there is 3 Pokemon that can come from a Poliwag. And it technically evolves twice, max. And you are... I think these are the same. Are electric moves effective against ground-type Pokemon? Depends on the fan game, but in this one, no. Okay, alright. I think these are all the same as what you would expect, so we'll go ahead and battle. It's fine. I wasn't sure if they were going to add any different questions. I do think that the majority of what has been added into this game is retyping every single Pokemon with new stats and new abilities, which is an incredible amount of work, don't get me wrong. I'm just always curious, like, if I'm gonna miss something that they've added, because I do like to try and show off as much of a fan game as possible. I like to explore. I do. That's why Soulstones is kind of killing me, because there's so much to do. And I also realized in the last episode of Soulstones, I think I skipped, like, an absolutely absurd amount of the books that I needed to pick up in that game, so we have to run back through the entire, like, last 50-minute episode and pick up books again. So I think I needed to pick up books during the whole thing. But I can deal with that in a future day. It's fine. It's fine. We'll worry about that when we get there. For now, what we do is we Liquidation Fire Brolo, and we watch it explode. So far, nothing has made me particularly scary about, or made me feel particularly scared about this gym. I've seen no Fire Grass types. Although, Manectree that we saw on one trainer did have Woodhammer. Alright, let's go ahead and do this last question, shall we? We'll mix it up a little bit. TM28 contains Tombstoney. This game, it could. Usually it does not. Usually it's Dig. And I'm pretty sure it was Dig in this game, but there was a lot of changed TMs. Okay, we have ourselves Bleg in front, Titan in second, Ignis and Bubit Dibibu ready to go as swap-ins. Aether and Plop probably won't see much action, but let's see how this goes. Ha! I am Blaine, the red-hot leader of Cinnabar Gym. My fiery Pokemon are all rough and ready with intense heat. They incinerate all challenges. Ha! Better have burn heals. I honestly don't even know if I have burn heals. I would assume I have full heals, but to be honest, I haven't checked my inventory in a while. 6 Pokemon, Mukma, Panzillary. Mukma, Water Absorb. Water Absorb. I'm still gonna Surf, because I think it will still KO the Panzillary on the side. And I'm going... Strength? Well, we didn't get to see if Strength from this would KO, because we hit it with Psychic first. So we actually don't know how defensive it is. Which is a bit concerning. I don't know if I want to Strength and go for the nice consistent move, or if I want to go for the Stone Edge and try and secure a one-shot. I think I'm at the point of the game now where I would need to probably Stone Edge to get the KO, and I don't know if this Mukma is going to have a Ground-type move, which would destroy Titan. But I feel like Stone Edge, while it could miss, is safer. So we're gonna Stone Edge. We land Stone Edge. Is it enough to KO in one hit? It is enough to KO in one hit. Good. Titan is so strong in this game. Beedrill at level 46 is one-shotting things. That is not something you get to say very often. That's scary. It does come into the Surf, though, which is nice. That's good. That's decent damage. That is decent damage. Panzillary lives. Uh-oh. Hydro Pump misses. Okay, we've seen that Manectree can have Wood Hammer. However, I feel like both of my Pokemon have to stay in here. I feel like I am Surfing again, and I feel like I am not missing this Strength on Manectree. I would assume that we would outspeed. I could be wrong. Manectree's usually pretty fast. We are 3 levels lower as well. I still feel like this is what we have to do, though. We could also swap Bleg out to Ignis, and we could Strength the Panzillary. That way the Panzillary would go down absolutely guaranteed, and it would be whatever Manectree does just goes off. But then we wouldn't have a Water type in for whatever comes out next, and I don't want to be in that situation. So I'm gonna Strength the Manectree and hope we outspeed. Hyper Potions, Panzillary. Okay, that's fine. Not fine. It's actually not great. Strength does go first, though. Okay, that's the most important thing. That means another Pokemon will be brought out into a Surf, which is good. Which is good. As long as it's not, like, Impactress to set up the Sun. That would be bad. That would basically force us to bring in Drizzle. Necrovile. Ooh. Ooh. We caught one of those. We caught a Necrid. It was a ghost type that learned fire moves. So I assume it is Fire Ghost by this point in the game. So what I'm going to do is this is my turn where I'm going to swap in... I can't hit both because I don't have Rock Slide. I don't want Bleg to get hit by a Ghost type move. I could bring in Plort. Do we absolutely assume he's using his smartest moves from the AI? Because his smart move is going for a Ghost type move onto Bleg, right? That sounds like the smart play. If I anticipate that and I go into Plort, we resist the Ghost type move, and I can use Titan to KO the Octillery before it Hydro Pumps. That would be if the AI is doing its smartest moves, and I'm going to act under that assumption. Which might be a terrible idea, but I'm going to act under that assumption. I'm going to KO the Pokemon that I know has Hydro Pump here, which is nice. And we'll also get to see if we outspeed Necrovile for next turn, because at the moment, I'm not sure, right? It could outspeed me, we could outspeed it. I don't know what Titan's situation is. If Titan outspeeds this turn and KOs the Panzillary, we just have to live whatever Necroville goes for on this one turn, and then we know that we can KO it with Strength the turn after. I feel like this is the smart play. It's not like nothing could go wrong. Things could go wrong, but this feels like the smart play. Hyper Potion. Okay, all right. That is what it is. Titan does go first. Okay, I wish I'd gone for the Necrovile then. I do. Searing Slam. Okay. Okay, we lived. That was the important thing. It was scary, but we lived. You have 108 speed. You have 119 speed. I'm going to use these turns. I don't know for certain that Plorp outspeeds. So I'm going to Night Daze into Panzillary. There is a 5% chance that things go very, very wrong with this decision, by the way. Just letting you know. But I'm going to Night Daze into Panzillary. Maybe it'd be smart to Psychic. I don't want to miss. I'm going to Psychic into Panzillary because I don't want to miss. And I'm going to Strength into Necrovile because we know that we outspeed. And we should KO the Necrovile. And we've seen the, Bleg outsped Panzillary, so this should be fine. We should get a double KO here, and we should be golden. Necrovile goes down. There's no, weird focus band mechanic. Good. Everyone shares a lot of XP. Who's coming out? Huh? Who? Yanhuasant? Jellicent. Leg level 49. Let's get a double free switch in here, which is scary. And Explobat with Drought. Plorp is being swapped in for, or Plorp is being swapped out for Drizzle. We're absolutely going to set up Drizzle here. Kind of what we've been waiting for. And Titan is going to... I feel like we can KO the Explobat in one hit, because I don't think it'll be defensive. I don't know if we one-shot Yanhuasant. So I'm going to Strength into Explobat. The Drizzle, I think, will make the big difference here. As long as they don't go for any, Energy Ball. Searing Slam, now in the Rain. Right? So, baby damage. Good, good. Strength hits Explobat. Good. One shots. Lovely, lovely. So far, this gym is going almost exactly as I wanted it to go. Other than, I expected a Ghost type move. Heat Wave. That's fine. That's fine. And now, both of my Pokemon on the field should outspeed. That burn's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I can go for a Strength and a Liquidation. If it has Water Absorb, that would suck. But we'll see. We're going to Strength. We're going to Liquidation. Super effective Strength. Not enough to OHKO. Liquidation. Goes off. No Water Absorb. We should be fine. Nice. 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 Good gym fight. Everything went pretty much how I'd expect it to. I thought Drought would be earlier. I thought there would be, maybe double Drought is what I was concerned about, with them, leading with an Impactress and having something else with Drought in the back was kind of what I was concerned about, because I wouldn't be able to swap in Drizzle twice. We get Will-O-Wisp, which is nice. And I think that is where we're going to wrap things up for today. I'm going to leave myself off right at the entrance, and next time we will see if we get whisked away to Mount Ember or not. But for right now, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,